Today we want to talk to Reverend Cooper. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. All is well, and good to be here. Thank you.
Well, first of all, before we get into the nuts and bolts of the election and the issues, tell us a little about yourself. You are a reverend. Where's your church?
I pastor a church in the choppy section of Georgetown, our Greater St. Luke Holiness Church, and also pastor a church, Cooper's Faith Chapel in Hughie, South Carolina.
Wow, now how does that work? How do you pastor two churches? Do you do both services on Sunday mornings?
Well, the way how it works is that on first and third Sunday, I'm in Hughie, South Carolina. On second and fourth Sunday, I'm in Georgetown, the choppy section of Georgetown.
And so the Sundays you're not in choppy, someone else does the service?
I do have assistant pastors
Okay.
and those that are well capable and able to carry out the services. I've been pastoring one church for 17 years and started pastoring the latter church for 4 years. But I believe with time management, you're well able to get things done.
Wow, well, that is cool doing that. Now tell us about your family. You're married, kids?
Yes, I'm married to my sweetheart, young at heart. We met in high school, the Robin Shackelford Cooper. We've been married for 38 years. Actually, the 21st of this month will be 38 years. We have 4 grown children, and we have 3 grandchildren.
38 years. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good. Now, you decided to run for county council this year. You filed back in March. Why are you running?
Well, first and foremost, it's my silver duty to be able to run, and having an opportunity to really think about it. I had some people that came to me in the community and asked what I consider running. And being a man of my integrity, who I am, after talking with my wife, speaking with my wife, having an opportunity to pray about it, we felt after making an opportunity to talk and share with one another, we were able to come to a conclusion that this is something that we want to do and give it our best, yes.
Now, he said some people asked you to run. He's made it no secret that he is not a fan of Mr. Carolina, talking about the mayor of Andrews. Is he one of them that asked you to run?
Well, let me just say this right here.
Okay.
When I say people, there were several, so he's certainly one of the individual, but there were several people that came and asked that I would consider running, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, even if he hadn't or other people hadn't, is it something you've been thinking about before? Possibly doing?
Yes, because I'm a community advocate. I've always been advocating. I'm a community leader, and so this is just another opportunity to serve. I'm looking at this as an opportunity to serve, where I have been serving. I've been serving from my youth up, and so this is something we're well familiar with serving. Yeah.
Now, what are some of the issues that have been going on in District 3 or even county-wide? Because even though, you're running for District 3, you'll be voting on county-wide issues if you're elected. I mean, so you got to look at the whole county, not just your district. So whether it's in District 3 or county-wide, what's some of the issues that made you say, you know what, I think I can help there?
Well, as I began to visit the surrounding areas, such as Lambertown, Old Cedar, Maryville, Grave Station, Greentown, South Allen, and having the opportunity firsthand to meet with the people and talk with the people, hearing the voice of the people, there's several issues and concerns, such as you have a sewer issues, you have police presence, you also have to the point where people are they're disheartened. What I mean by that, and a lot of broken promises, some of the issues that they're dealing with at this point.
Anything specific? I know one thing we hear a lot about is like crime in certain areas. Is that a big thing that made you say, we've got to do something about that?
Yes, certainly. In particular, when I was in South Island and as well as the Sanford community in North Santee, I was somewhat surprised, but in the same token, crimes are crime everywhere. And we need more police present. And I'm certainly willing to work with Chef Weaver to do what I can to make sure that the people are more safer than they have been. But those are issues that we're dealing with, crimes, certainly.
Now, one of the things we've heard over the years, not so much recently because things seem to have calmed down, but there have been a lot of times for the Andrews Police Department that they haven't had a police chief. You know, they leave for one reason or another. And one thing we hear people say when that's happening is, you know, they should just take the money for the Andrews Police Department, give it to the Sheriff's Department, and let the Sheriff's Department, you know, patrol Andrews and not have an Andrews Police Department. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts on that, that's something, Andrews is a government of its own. Mm-hmm. And because Andrews is the government of its own, I really believe that the mayor is doing what's necessary, what's needed. So my thought is that that's something that actually the mayor, as the government, as the leader of Andrews, that would be something we'd have to decide. But as a team player, I'm going to work with not only Andrews in that area, every part of the district as much as I can.
On another topic, coming up June 25th, Georgetown County Council will give first reading to the capital project sales tax list that was compiled by the committee over the past several months. What are your thoughts on what you've seen so far and how the process went?
My thought is that it's going to be on the ballot. But my thought is this right here. If it's going to be an equilibrium, it's going to be a balance for the people. What do I mean by that? If this is already on the ballot and the people have a choice to vote for it, let's make sure things are allocated in the perspective that it needs to across the county. And I'm not just referring to District 3, I'm referring to all of the county.
Now the list looks like it's sort of balanced out, and I've got to give them credit, balanced out throughout the county. You know, every area is getting something. Some areas not getting everything they wanted. Andrews is getting quite a bit. And of course we've got the Sanford Sewer Project, which is a big thing. It's on the list. So it looks like they did a pretty good job balancing it out. Is that, you think that's going to help get it passed in November? The fact that it is pretty much something for all of the county?
I think if you're for the people, and I think if the people have an opportunity where it is an equilibrium and it is balancing out, then it's going to be the people's choice and having, more importantly, the people educated about what's going on. So the people need to have the knowledge of it. And a lot of time, they may not have enough knowledge, but if they do, I think once it's on the ballot, it'll give the people an option to say what's needed and what's not needed.
Mm-hmm. There is a lot of growth coming to Georgetown County in the next 5-10 years. I mean, we see, you know, in the Ringgold Heights area, Brownsville area, what's happening there. But Andrews, that area, except for the state park that's headed for that area, not a lot of talk about growth in that area, especially with industry. What can you as a county councilman do to help change that, to help bring more businesses, industries to the Andrews area especially that need it?
One of the things I would do, I would work with those particular that are a part of the Georgetown County that's already there. I would do some research, be able to contact those necessary to help looking at businesses. How can we enhance? Because we're in the 21st century and we should be moving forward. We should be moving in the right direction. We should be doing things, seeking out companies that can come so that there are growth in Andrews. Andrews was established, I believe, in 1909. So we're looking to continue to progress, not degress, but progress.
So you've got the Andrews Industrial Park, you know, not quite in the town of Andrews, but very close. To help the town of Andrews, should that industrial park be looked at more at getting full before you start looking at other places to put industry?
I believe that with the industrial park right there as a neighbor to Andrews right now, I believe that the mayor and those that are in charge of the industrial park, I think if they collaborate together, I can't speak for the mayor, but I believe that in working together, they can enhance growth for Andrews as well as outside of Andrews. So we're looking to work together as a team.
Yeah. Well, one thing that's happened in the past 4 years is this is also in the District 3 area, the Lambertown area. We've got the big solar panel farm about to come. What were your thoughts on that when you heard it was happening, and what do you think about that happening in Lambertown?
We're having an opportunity to be at a meeting at the Sanford Library, and it was brought up. There are a lot of unhappy people there in Lambertown. And so if I'm elected to County Council District 3, I'm gonna do my best. I can't undo what's already done, but I'll do my best to see what we can do to help the people and what's going on. So my thought is that things are already in place. What can we do to sort of help the people keep moving forward?
Now, the folks in that area, whether it's Lambertown or Sanford or Saints Delight area, they want their community to stay like it is. You know, they don't want the growth that we're going to see in Browns Ferry or other areas. What can you do, or what can council do as a whole, either way, to try to keep that like it is, if that's what they want?
Well, this is going to be something that's coming from the county council chairman and us as a team working together. It's not going to be something that rests upon my shoulder, but it's going to be a team collaborative effort that said we're going to sit down and put our minds together and say, what is the best that we can do for Lambertown? Yes.
Yeah. And do you think, personally, you think it should stay sort of like it is, or do you think, you know, it needs some development?
Well, at this time, I'll be careful to answer you in that matter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me just ask this about Angela Christian, right? Because one of the things that could happen if you're elected in the next 4 years could happen. We may, I haven't heard any rumor, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but you know, you could be looking for a new county administrator. That's one of the big jobs that the county council has to do from time to time. First of all, you know, as an outsider looking in, how do you feel Miss Angela Christian has done as a county administrator so far?
I think she's done a phenomenal job based on what I've seen, and again, I believe along with those that are already on board, with the county chairman, Ms. Morant, and all of those leaders that I have served, I think if we collaborate together, they'll do the necessary research and do what's needed to bring on someone with the knowledge to continue. But she's doing a phenomenal job.
And like I said, I just asked that in case it happens, you know, but I haven't heard anything. As far as I know, she's going to be here for a long time.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I haven't heard anything. I just wanted to ask that because, you know, that is a big task of county council if they have to do it.
Absolutely.
At some point. Now, if you are elected in 2024, you'll be up for re-election in 2028. How would you know that you've had a successful term in office? What has to happen for you to know in 2028, hey, yeah, I think I had a good term? What has to happen for you to know, hey, it's been a good 4 years?
Well, one of the things I believe has to happen is having, keeping the people informed. Let me rephrase that, keeping the people informed. The people need to be informed because oftentimes there may be a consensual vote. There are things going on and people just not informed. And so one of my goals to know that I've been successful is that I will work diligently for the people. I will work beyond the call of duty. As a military veteran, I believe in working. I believe as a pastor, I believe in doing what's necessary. So to believe, to know that I'm successful, because I will have, my desire is to have an opportunity, a quarterly meeting or so with the people. So I'm hearing the feedback from the people. I'm not going to wait until my term is almost to end, but I want to have what I call an open form of communication with the people.
Mm-hmm. So you're talking about having meetings even from year one?
Can you rephrase that again?
I said you're talking about having meetings with the people even from year one of your term.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Not just in year 4.
No. I'm a people's person, and I have a passion for people. So I just don't want to be in the office and say I'm sitting in the office. I want to be in the office, but I also want to be where I can be present to the people.
So anything that I didn't ask that you want to make sure the people hear you say that I didn't think to ask?
Well, I just want to be able to say this. If given the opportunity to serve District 3, I want to say to the people, I am a man of integrity. I'm a man that believes in doing what's right. And I believe in the voice. I hear in the voice of the people. It's the people's voice. It's the people's seat. It's the people's choice. And if I'm given an opportunity, I will serve you the best of my ability.